Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 kiddos. Here on the channel we talk about everything from homeschooling to homemaking. I think I have you too closely zoomed in. Let me back you up a little. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that this is an older planner. This is an A5 Carpe Diem that I used. Simple Stories. The last time I used this was a Christmas one, which is kind of appropriate. Because we're finishing up December and I'm going to come back to this planner. I'm coming back to it because I was blessed with a Christian planner again. So I was looking to see if the Christian planner sold the last year's planner because I redate it and I use it as a Monday start, but they didn't. And so when I checked online to ask if anybody knew that they were going to do it, someone said I have one, and they gifted me with it, which was a huge blessing. So I'm super excited to use it for this year. The only thing is 2024 is a leap year. 2023 was not. So when we get to that week, we'll get to that week and we'll figure it out. But I'm going to take this stuff out. I didn't, as you'll see, I didn't even archive. Take all that out. 2022 is when I used this planner last. So I had a bound planner and I took it apart, and this time I was gifted with a ring bound one versus the book bound one. And so I think this will be a little bit easier to take apart, but like I said, I need to take some things out here. I think my oldest is in his room strumming on his guitar in the background there. So in case you hear extra, that's what's happening. I think this was for homeschool. This was for YouTube, but we're going to take, like I said, take it all out. I did want to look for a new cover because this one has some stain marks on it. But I don't know, they're I feel like they're so costly now. When I purchased this one, I don't feel like it was nearly that much, but now they're really hard to find, just the binders. And the A5, the Carpe Diem or Simple Stories one, are a little wider than your regular A5. So here's an A5, an Agenda 52. The Simple Stories has about a ½ inch on it or something. So these pages did not fit in here. Although I'm curious to know with this, if I could take the binding off, it'll be a lot neater if I could cut it down even smaller. So okay, it's actually the next day. Kind of just left it, but let's see. Oy! Trying to straighten this little piece out to see if I can pull them up. And I don't want to leave it bound because I like the option of adding in other pages. So I think having the ring bound, I'll be able to do that. Let's see here. Oh no, ding dong. Should have done the other side. Put it all. No, wait. I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. The 2024 overview. This one comes with a vision board. So you can put that. My healthy habits goals. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. It says pray and make a covenant with God this year. In each quadrant, write down what you can do to improve your life, your relationship with Christ, and your relationships with others, big, small, personal, and spiritual. Everything counts. And then here's a space for your goals for the year. Goes into the month, in case you haven't seen this layout before. It goes into the month, and then you have one side of lined pages or lines, and then one side is blank, and you can use it to take your weekly your sermon notes. And then here it just says reflection, preparation, sketch notes, but I kind of used it as a week wrap up or brain dump or things like that I needed, just extra note pages in between, because I have a different book for sermon notes. And then it goes into your weekly view, and your weekly view down here, you have habit trackers, 3, 6, 9. I think they've added more from the last time I've used this. And then here on this side, it used to be fully lined. And then you just had like some bold weekly goals. You had like a couple of bold lines, and then the rest of it was lined, but now it's just got weekly goals and all of this is blank. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, you know what else they used to have in here that's not here? They used to have a monthly finance tracker, and that's been removed as well. In the back of your monthly layout, they used to have this page that had monthly finance tracker, and then it had your monthly the monthly income minus your monthly tithe and your final balance, and then your bills, due date, amount paid, balance. And then this I used, it was something else, but I used it for our variables, so grocery, gas, and things like that. But that's changed as well, which is fine because I think I'm gonna use something else. So here's one. So the weekly had these top 3, and then the rest were lined as well. And then this was blank. Oh, I think it said something under the important sticker here, but I can't see it. Oh, and they also used to have a coloring page, and that's gone too. So there's a couple of the changes there too. This is from the year before last is when I used this. So let me see. And then also, I don't know if you noticed, on some of these, the edges are pretty rough, and that's because, like I said, I had a book bound one and I had to tear them out. So this one will be a little smaller, and I'm actually wondering if, because was so clean coming out, if I could make it fit into just a regular A5. So let's take a A5 cut page out and see if we can, yeah. No, I can't quite get it down small enough to be A5 size. It looks like if I cut it here, it'll just barely get cut into Wednesday lines there, which isn't too big a deal for me. And then on this side, same thing. We're just cutting in there. What's it look like on the monthly? Okay, so I had to look up one of my old videos, what numbers I used for hole punching. So this is the We Are Memory Keepers hole punch. It's kind of cool. You can do arc punches in it. Apparently you can do spiral too, but I've never tried that one, and then just hole punch. And on the back here, it gives you the different sizes. So A5, personal, things like that. And then it gives you room to add your own. So if I'm gonna try it with the numbers that I had from the last time, and if that lines up, then I'll go ahead and write it on the back here. So let's see. I had it at 17, 26, and 36. Maybe I should have tried it on a back page first. Like one of the note pages. Ooh, or this page will work. I'm gonna just do, for the sake of the video, I think I'm just gonna do, I usually just put quarterly in. So January, March, but at some point I'm gonna have to go back in. I'm gonna sit down and come back in and just cut the rest and get it prepped. But for now, I will just speed you through and hole punch this stuff in. Okay, so I'm on a no spend for December. I will try to link that if you didn't see it down below for you. And then we have a couple more days of December, so I do plan on doing a recap. But all that being said, because this is such a this is not an average A5 size. I was looking for another one, but I'm on a no spend. So I was like, you know what, you can't buy one anyways. So we're gonna stick with this. I don't know how long I'll stick with this cover. When I went into the Christian planner for the year before last, I went in saying I'm just gonna try it out for a few weeks, and then I ended up sticking with it for like the entire year. I really enjoyed using it, so I'm hoping that that'll happen again. We're stuck here. Okay, so clearly we need to do a better clean out here, and then the same thing with these dividers. So I just created dividers because it is a different size. The regular A5 dividers didn't cover up these. They weren't big enough. So I wanted bigger ones, but I didn't, they're not perfect by any means. And I wanted to do another set. And I never got around to it because they worked and it was enough. So I don't know if we'll do it this year. We may, just to kind of switch up and give it a fresh start too. But what we kept in here was the 2024 overview, the vision board. I think I'm gonna come back and work on that later. Healthy habits, 2023 goals, and then we go into the month. So I snipped the sides here so that I could pull these out, but I didn't snip these here because I don't see me taking them in and out very often. But I did do these so that when I want to redate and decorate, I can do that. And then here the week doesn't really cut in too far. The other thing I noticed was, I'm not sure if I did this or if the planner already came with rounded edges, but I may go back in and do that here, but we'll see. I just wanted to see if it will work and get in here since we're already getting ready to start the new year. And I was like, oh, I haven't decorated my planner. I haven't put it in. I'm going to go back into the Happy Planner, which is what I was using for this 2023, the end of this year. And I think I'll just do some memory planning, like back planning, because my husband had a few days off and we didn't plan to do anything. We just were really concentrating on hanging out and being with family, our family time. And so we didn't plan, but I think I might go in and just kind of memory plan, like I said. So here's where my weekly monthly was. This tab I think was, nope, that was YouTube. This one was homeschool. I know I'm not going to put homeschool in here. But right now in my Happy Planner, the way that I have it, the way I have this divided up is that here is our monthlies, and then the next section, I did really like this, having it this way. The next section I had was YouTube, and then the last section I had was my fitness one. Oh wow, it's not that much size difference. So I have some options. I could washi tape and then re-hole punch, but it will get really thick because of the washi tape. Or I could cut the Happy Planner page off, but then it will hole punch into, like I could cut the Happy Planner punches off, but then it will hole punch into Thursday and Wednesday. But I don't know if it'll be that huge of a difference. Let's try it. Let's try it for the first couple of weeks and see if I like it. And if I don't like it, we can always switch it up, right? But rather than hole punching, so this is the Happy Planner. I think this is their soap, which is it's very similar. Their soap is very similar to the Wellness, but I think I was using the soap at one point. Grabbed the wrong ones. So I bought some 18-month Happy Planners on clearance. So we're just gonna redate everything, I guess, this year. Okay, here's the right one. So I don't think, let me zoom you out a smidge. I don't think that I'm gonna use the divider, which is the other half of the month, but, gosh, I'm making a mess already on this desk. Because I think I will just print out a month and cover this page, and I'll just have a month on one page because I want to use my monthly layout and my wellness, but I hardly ever do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the monthly because I think I still want that. Or maybe we can make it as a like monthly goals sheet. That's an idea. But first, let's cut the edges off and see how this looks. And if I don't like it, I can always switch it up. I think that I always go in here thinking like it has to work the very first time I do it and it's permanent, but it's not. So let's see. I think the size height is gonna be, it's gonna be a smidge different. So the hole punches will be slightly off. Okay, so here's what I think I did. I keep going back to that old video to see. I went ahead and I took another page from the Happy Planner. I folded it in half to find the center, and then I'm going to use this sheet to figure out where I want the holes to be. I'm sure there's probably like a way easier way to do this. And again, you could just hand punch, but if this ends up working out and I want to do this for the whole year, I don't think I want to hand punch every single page. I don't really know if this is gonna line up. We're just kind of guessing at this point. I could also just go through and trim this tiny bit off. But do I want to do that to every page? Oh my gosh. So I put it back on the hole punches 17, 26, and 36, which was the ones for the Christian planner, and it fits. So it'll just be, just hangs over a little on top, but that's fine, it'll work. So let's hole punch, put those in, see what that looks like. I'm just laughing at myself because I'm overcomplicating, I'm overthinking. It's kind of my specialty. I'm working on it. We're working on it. It's a slow healing process, right? So let's see, this overthinking thing. All right, so let's put that in. Ooh, is it kind of, it is kind of off. I may have to work on that a little bit because it does feel like it's not quite. It is, it's just a smidge off, so they're not turning very smoothly, but it's smooth enough for now, so we have to play with that later. So for the weekly view, it's really just cutting off Wednesday and Thursday, these here. And what I was using these boxes for is this box up here was tracking my macros. This box here, I was kind of doing like a recap, just a mini journal of the day. And then this one here, I think I was using for more for my like prayers and what I thought I was like words and things that I was hearing from the Lord. So, but it was kind of hit or miss when I was writing in this section. So I think it'll be fine. This, like I said, was homeschool, but I don't think I'm going to keep homeschool in here. In fact, I have another video coming out, hopefully, if I can get it done in time, on our homeschool bullet journal for this year. So I'm just going to take that tab out for now. And then this one was for YouTube. And for YouTube, what I was doing was just using a monthly calendar and then putting blank pages in there. So I'll have to print one of those out. But I think that's great. That's what we have for 2024. I'm going to go ahead and redate this first week so you can kind of see what it looks like if you'd like and how I was doing that. What I was doing was, because I like my weeks to be a Monday through Sunday, I was marking down, I was just redating up here. So I could just put Monday, like a Monday sticker here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the numbers would line up. Now I do know that this is a leap year, so that's gonna switch up. And then I can just always redate the whole thing, but for now I can do that. Okay. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's the first week, so we'll see. And I just feel like that's kind of how it's gonna go. Because I bought the 18th month hobby planner, the thing is, if it doesn't work out, I can always go back to my old layout and just redate that one if I didn't want to go out, which I don't. I'm trying not to spend too much. This is my 3rd year trying to watch my planner budget. I think it'll honestly be that way for quite some time. But just using up what we have and that kind of thing, that kind of mentality. So like I said, we'll come back in and redo these. But I went ahead and redated the monthly page, and I just took white out to a couple of things that didn't line up, and then we've got the week lined up, and then I'll put in the habit trackers here. I'm not going to decorate just yet. For my fitness, like I said, I really do think here maybe I'll make it a monthly goal thing, but I'll come back to that. And then here will also need to be redated, but because I don't really, I'm gonna see if I had any big enough stickers here. These will work while they're single digit, but when the month gets into the double digit, I don't think these stickers will be big enough for it. Like, this is the 9th. Oh, no, maybe it will. Since we already started, might as well finish this week. And then what I do is I go in and like I said, I highlight here and I track my protein, macros, and carbs, and my fiber. And then here I just kind of recap the day. Here's where I was working, what I did for workout, and then here was just more of a spiritual faith stuff. So I think this will work. We're gonna try it out for this first month and first couple weeks and see how we do. Right now it's so slim, but I know I'll probably chunk that up pretty soon. But thanks so much for hanging out with me and getting this prepped for the new year. Let me know if you switched up your planner for the 2024 year and what you are using. I like to hear what everybody out there is using and things like that. But again, thanks for hanging out with me and spending some time with me. And as always, if you don't know or just need to be reminded, maybe the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so appreciated. I really appreciate you taking your time out and spending it here with me. Thanks for watching.